It's 3:17 a.m. You wake up suddenly, not because of a loud noise, not because of a dream, not because someone called your name. You just wake up. Your eyes open slowly, adjusting to the darkness around you. For a few seconds, you don't move. You just lie there, listening, trying to understand what pulled you out of sleep like that. The room is silent. Too silent. The kind of silence that doesn't feel peaceful, but heavy. Like something is there. Watching. Waiting. You take a slow breath. Then another. Your heart is beating just a little faster than normal, and you don't know why. You turn your head slightly. The room feels unfamiliar. The walls, the ceiling, even the air feels different, colder, still, strange. And then it hits you. This isn't your room. This isn't your life. You weren't born where you think you were. You were born here, in North Korea. And everything you thought was normal was never part of your reality. The moment you were born, something else was created along with you. A record, a file, a system that quietly decided who you are going to be, not based on your dreams, not based on your talents, not even based on your choices, but based on your blood, your family, your past even before you existed. Your grandparents, what they did, what they said, who they supported, whether they were loyal or not. All of it is written down, stored, remembered, and used. Used to decide your future before you even take your first step, before you even say your first word, before you even understand what freedom means. Your life is already shaped, already limited, already controlled. As you grow older, you start noticing things, not clearly, not all at once, but slowly, in small details, in quiet moments. You notice how people speak, or more importantly, how they don't. Conversations are short, careful, measured. People don't say everything they think. They can't. There's always something unsaid, something held back. You notice how people laugh, softly, quickly, like they don't want to be heard too much, like even happiness has a limit. And then there's your home, the place that's supposed to feel safe, comfortable, yours. But even here, there are rules. There's a portrait on the wall. You've seen it every day of your life, centered, perfectly placed, watching over everything. You don't remember when you first learned its importance. It feels like you always knew. Every morning you wake up, and before you do anything else, you walk up to it. You clean it, carefully, respectfully, because this is not optional. This is expected. This is required. And somewhere along the way, you stopped questioning it. School begins, and for a moment you think, maybe this is where things become normal, where you learn, where you grow, where you discover the world. But that's not what happens. Your first lesson isn't about numbers. It isn't about reading or writing. It's about obedience. You learn how to sit, how to stand, how to respond, how to show respect, exactly the way you're supposed to. There's no space for interpretation, no room for individuality. Everything has a correct version, and you are expected to follow it perfectly. You start to realize something important. You're not being taught how to think. You're being taught what to think. And the difference is everything. Your teacher watches you, not just your answers, your face, your reactions, your tone of voice, even your silence, because silence can mean something too. You begin to understand that being careful is not enough. You have to be precise, controlled, predictable. You choose your words slowly. You replay your sentences in your head before saying them out loud. Because one small mistake, one wrong word, one moment of honesty can change everything. You hear the same phrases every day, repeated, reinforced, embedded into your mind. The outside world is dangerous. You are lucky to be here. This is the best country in the world. Our leader protects us. At first, you accept it. Of course you do. You have nothing else to compare it to. No internet, no outside information, no alternative perspective. Just one version of reality, one narrative, over and over again, until it feels real, until it feels unquestionable. But time passes, and something inside you begins to shift. Not loudly, not clearly, but persistently. A quiet curiosity, a feeling that something doesn't fully make sense. You don't say it, you don't even fully think it, but the feeling stays. It grows. And then, one day, everything changes. Not with a loud moment, not with an announcement, but with something small, something hidden, something you were never supposed to see. A screen, a video, maybe just a few seconds, but it's enough. You see people, real people, living differently. They're laughing, loudly, freely. They're not looking over their shoulders. They're not afraid. They speak without hesitation. They move without restriction. They exist differently. And for a moment, you don't understand what you're seeing, because it doesn't match anything you've ever been told. And then, it hits you. This is real. This exists. And everything you believed starts to crack. You turn it off immediately. Your hands feel cold. Your heart is racing. You look around. Even if no one is there, you feel exposed. Because now you know something. And here, knowing the wrong thing is dangerous.